Here's a quick tutorial for howtolicenseyourmusic.com, brought to you by Gary Gray of learnaudioengineering.net. So we're going to get right into it. Today we're going to talk about a tone generator, which is included on most DAWs, and how you can use it to create a real nice full low end, which is important for licensing deals when you're doing your audio engineering. So here's a mixing session I'm actually working on today, and this is from Davison's upcoming EP. It's a song called Gone. And we'll be submitting this to a specific Los Angeles publisher who took the last single that we did. So you just hear kind of a flavor of the track. This isn't all tracks playing now, but this is just a section of it. So I can show you how to use a tone generator. In this case, I'm using it for the bass, which it often is used for. Each note in Western music is assigned a frequency number, and you can Google charts that show frequency numbers and notes. All right. Here you'll see that I've automated frequencies, specific frequencies, and you'll see the frequencies on the screen that equate to different notes on the scale. Here you see 61.7 hertz. And so those bars going across there, here's 46.2, 55, 61.7. Those all here you can see I automated each one of those points, and they correspond to actual notes on a piano or on a guitar. And you can take a tone generator, and right here I've circled where you can actually automate it, and you can actually type in the numbers right here where it says value. Now this is very handy in all popular styles where you want to get a nice sub sound. You find hard to match for commercial recordings, like where are they getting that low end from? Well, this is one secret for how you get that low end. It works great in R&B, hip hop, pop, almost any style if you know how to just meld it in, mix it in with your bass tracks. A lot of times it's actually played underneath the ongoing bass track and mirrors it. It gives this really nice subsonic low-end sound that you can control, and that's important in your mix. You can hear here as you see the track moving along. I've soloed it, and I've used a sawtooth wave tone generator. You can use a sine wave or other waves as well. But here you can see how the track corresponds to the automation of those particular frequencies. All right, let's take a look inside the tone generator itself. So here we're going into this one in Cubase is called a test generator. And you'll notice here that there are volume parameters here, minus 20 dB, minus 9, minus 3, 0 dB. Now what I did was I actually automated. So you see right here, you can watch this, the volume level. There's R, which means it's reading, and I used W, I clicked on that to write the automation, which means to record the automation. Here's minus 3, minus 9. And I just clicked on those, minus 3 and minus 9, as the track was going, because I noticed that when the lower notes were playing, the volume seemed to go down. On this particular song, and every time you're actually working with bass, it's important that you pay close attention to the volume level and energy of each note in the scale, each note that the bass plays. Sometimes you'll find that one note or several notes seem to kind of disappear or kind of go away, and you need to adjust those and make sure that those are equal in volume to the rest of the notes in the bass. Another thing that'll help you, which I did on this track as well, is using a limiter or a compressor to even out the performance. So if you automate or go in and actually work, it takes meticulous work, it takes detail to do this stuff right. And for licensing, it's like this, there's a scale of quality like reality television shows and such, and those, the quality is not as high as like a film score soundtrack. So as you're starting out, you can get away with less meticulous, detailed work. So as you move up the ranks and you get some deals, you'll find that the jobs that pay more require more meticulous work and detail. So let's take a look here at one way you can accomplish that so you can move up the ranks. So dynamics is important. And back in the day when bands were present in 24-track studios and mixing tracks, usually the whole band was there, and each guy had 2 or 3 or sometimes more tracks that they had to actually be responsible for, and they had to actually move the faders, and it was a performance. They were performing while they were actually mixing. And so that's what I encourage you to do, because all great mixers, the ones that are putting out hits and that are making the money, do just that. Like you can see here, this is automation of volume on a trombone track. And I'll go into the strings here. You'll see the same thing. So I go in and I perform. It's like performing each track. Yes, you've played it and you've laid it down and you've recorded it. But now in the mixing stage, you're going to actually get in there and, get some passion put in there and play it and feel it, just as you would if you were playing a guitar or piano or playing your drums. You're not playing the same way through the whole song. There's dynamics. It's moving up, it's moving down. And these are details that I cover in the online courses that Aaron and I have put together, like how to produce music that will get licensed and make you money, and the other course, Mysteries of Mastering Solved, and my book, The Home Studio Bible. And I also give one-on-one private lessons via Skype and Team Viewer, which is a free app, where I actually remotely go in and help you and show you. It's like you watching me over my shoulder. I'm here in the Los Angeles area, but no matter where you are in the world, I can control your computer there in your home studio, show you how to do it, and then you can do it as well. The whole process is 100% secure, whereby TeamViewer, the free app, produces new passwords for each session that only you know. And to find out more about how you can get a 1 free hour Skype session with me, and if you'd like to do the remote mixing and mastering lessons for that hour, I'd be happy to do that. To find out more, go to howtolicenseyourmusic.com and ask Aaron Davison. Thanks. Here's to great mixing and mastering.
I find my way, I always do. I might be lost sometimes, then again you